Welcome, everyone, to this special edition of Talented Universe, the ice cream. Oh, no, sorry. Ice cream edition that we are going to do today with our special guests. And I'm going to introduce them after I just say hi to Marcia. Marcia, how are you today?
Hi, I am happy to be here and ready to scream.
Yes. And Liz, it looks like someone's trying to grab you right now.
Yeah, they are, but they're actually trying to steal my ice cream, which is behind me. But they're kind of pulling me apart. I just wanted to say it's amazing to actually be doing this particular show. I'm so happy to be here for one particular reason. Today is the first day of fall, which officially starts boo season. So,
Oh, yeah, you would bring that up, wouldn't you?
of
Oh,
course.
but I would like to welcome back Jordan Beltz. Hey, Jordan, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm good. I'm so happy to be back. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you come for more torture. It's like,
Yay.
whatever, you know?
I just
And
couldn't get enough.
Carlee Coulehan, thank you for joining us for the first time.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, I'm just going to do a general question so Liz gets mad at me because I'm probably going to steal one of hers. But how did you two first meet?
Mm.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You want me to take it, Carlee?
Whichever one you want. You decide which.
You could start it, yeah.
All right. So a long time ago,
In a galaxy far, far away?
Far away.
in a galaxy, in a land far away,
With lightsabers, yeah.
Pittsburgh,
And all that good stuff.
Yeah.
we met in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at a workshop that was being hosted at Carnegie Mellon University. We were part of a demo of Augusto Boal's work, which is Theater of the Oppressed. And our mentor, Jill Wadsworth, is the one who was leading that. And she is just a light of a human. I acted with her all throughout high school. And we did this work in the summer. I went to pre-college at Carnegie Mellon with her, where she was also a professor. And she's been doing that for years, like going through this Boal demo, going through pre-college, and helping young actors in high school figure out what they want to do and how to pursue their craft and pursue colleges and fine arts degrees, and really dig into the work from a young age. So she'd been doing that for years. And in the Boal demo, everyone comes together from the different years and comes together to make this awesome thing, and make some really important art as well. So that is where I met Carlee for the first time. And we
In
bonded over having,
2018, right?
I
Summer
think
2018.
18 or 17, but I think 18.
I think it was 2018, yeah.
Yeah. And we like bonded over just like a mutual friend who went to CCM, which is where she went to school. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So-
and then we like followed each other on Instagram for like 6 or 7 years after that, but we kind of lost touch. And then we didn't realize the other had moved to LA, but we were in LA at the same time. And 2 years ago, we ended up sitting right next to each other in an acting class in LA, like 7 years later. And we're like, oh my God, Boal!
like quite literally like sitting down next to each other, turning heads and being like, what are you doing here?
Exactly.
That's great.
Exactly. So yeah, and then we kind of reconnected after that. And then honestly, ice cream happened like a mere months after we reconnected in LA. Like I want to say we reconnected around like May, and by like that fall we started writing the script. So it was pretty quick.
Oh, that is quick. Marcia, do you have a follow-up question quick, and then we'll let Liz have the rest of the fun.
Collaborations can be wonderful and tenuous and exciting. So how did you decide to work together?
It was just like, I've been trying to think of the answer to this question, but it was truly just like a kismet, like right place, right time thing, because the whole reason this film started was because I was driving in LA like after 9 p.m. and I was going to a party and this ice cream truck like drove past me like 5 miles an hour playing the music after dark. Like it was really creepy. So I went and I hid in my car and I like pulled out my phone and I just like filmed it as it drove by. And I was just like, what just happened? That image is so creepy. I need to tell somebody about it. And I've been trying to, and I texted Jordan the next day about it. And I've been trying to figure out like why Jordan of all people, I was just like, I know she's going to love this. But I think it was just one of those like intrusive thoughts that just like completely paid off like years later, you know? So yeah, it was just kind of meant to be in a sense for this project.
And may I just say before we hand it to Liz that you are dressed appropriately for the occasion. Would you show us what you have on?
Oh, yes.
Those are fabulous.
Here, I can stand up. You got the logo.
Yeah, she's got the poster, and this was what we gave to our Indiegogo donors.
Oh, cool.
So to thank them for helping us be able to make this film a reality.
Yeah, and these are actually will be available on Bonfire to support the film as well. This poster was made by Devin Whalen, who is an incredible artist, and we were so excited when she made it for us.
Yeah,
wonderful.
She drew it all.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, Liz, your time.
Well, first of all, Jordan, I wanted to say welcome back to the show and all of our craziness.
Thank you.
For a lot of our viewers who may not know, you not only are an actor, a writer, but a producer as well.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you had already said that you were from Pittsburgh. But I have a thing for you. I honestly think you mistook Vania in Pennsylvania, and you think it says Transylvania. Because you are... Yeah, you do a lot of really, really cool things along with the horror genre and other things. And this movie was really awesome. And Carlee, welcome to our craziness. We hope to infect you well. And since this is the first time on your show, like I said, I wanted to say welcome. And I know that you're from Scottsdale, Arizona, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, and I know that you've collaborated many times on many different projects. You've also worked with Shudder, which is one of my daughters and my favorite places to actually watch horror movies. But you are also the co-founder, and this I found really fascinating with you. You are the co-founder of Durability, which I guess delves into the authenticity of how things can actually be done for horror movies. Yeah.
Yes.
And I am definitely going to get into, the whole aspect of the movie, but I kind of wanted to get a little background with you on that, leaning forward to this movie because it was out of your real experience this happened. So
yeah. So Durability Productions, so my colleague and friend Sarah Durham and I co-founded it, and it's a production company based in LA that finds authenticity in the unhinged. So whether it's a horror movie about a haunted ice cream truck, or we also do documentaries. We just recently made a documentary about Sarah's journey doing a 100-mile ultra marathon, which I think is also a little unhinged, just as a paranormal ice cream truck. So our genres and our array of projects vary. It's not all horror; it can be multiple different things, but mainly our focus is just finding stories that are really captivating, really interesting, but maybe a little quirky or a little strange. So yeah, and ice cream is kind of our debut project. It's like our first project that we're bringing to film festivals under the Durability name. So we're super excited about that.
That I find really kind of fascinating that you're doing that. And you, like you said, you have this drive to make sure it's more, the authenticity is better and the higher grade. You actually got an award for ice cream already, if I remember correctly. Where was that award and what was it for?
Yeah, so that was for the Independent Shorts Awards, which are based in LA. We actually won 3 awards already. So we received a gold award for, I believe it was horror comedy. And then we also got 2 silver awards for production design and acting duo for the 2 of us, which was very flattering. So that festival, they do brackets basically. So they nominate films every month. So we were the recipients for, I believe it was August. And now we're in the pool for the year. And then the top films from the whole year will get invited to screen next year. So we're hoping for that. But even just to be recognized was a huge honor, especially so early on in the film festival process.
As I've noticed, our other hosts are sitting there chowing down on ice cream for the movie.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Can you give us a kind of a breakdown and synopsis of the movie itself?
Yes. So Ice Cream is about two best friends who have to rescue their younger siblings from a paranormal ice cream truck before it's too late. Unfortunately, they are ill-equipped to do so. So they end up scrambling, coming up with any solution they can to try and find them before it's too late. It's a lovely blend of horror and comedy. It kind of feels like It meets Monsters, Inc. meets what was our third comp? Those are the two that I can think of.
Stranger Things, Jennifer's Body, 80s horror. You know, if you're a horror comedy fan, there's something for everyone.
Like a classic 80s feeling Bicycle Kids movie, but in present day.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's great. And I've heard you both describe this as a love letter to the love of our horror movies from the 80s. And probably earlier than that, because I start way back, like with Bela Lugosi, and moving forward. So I would agree with what it's been said, that it's a love letter going forward to all of the different genre cliques within the horror. You kind of seem to hit, several different things and all combine them together. In this movie, you have several family members that helped you out. How did you rope all your family into doing this?
Oh my goodness. Through so much love.
And bribery.
And bribery. No. We bribed them. No.
Offered to buy them some ice cream as a thank you, that kind of bribery maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were so instrumental to the success of our film. We could not have done it without them. Their support, and my mom was running around set left and right on the day, just making sure everyone was well watered, well fed, keeping everyone cool. There was a day that they actually bought everyone ice cream for the entire crew on a really hot 90-degree day. And I was like, that is the sweetest thing ever. And it was like the day when we had all of the kids as BG. So it was really special for them too. So I'm glad that they had just like a nice treat to end their shoot day. Cause some of them, it was their first film experience.
Very long.
Yeah.
So it was really special.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I know when you guys are sitting there writing it, that you came up with multiple ice cream puns. How many did you come up with, and how many were used actually in the show?
Oh my God, that's too many.
My husband is a huge, huge pun lover, and that was his question.
There's so many. There's so truly even the flavors of the ice cream. There's like some little Easter eggs. The music that was used, even the musical motifs. There's some Easter eggs. So probably like one every 30 seconds, I would say, or one every other minute at this point.
There's at least one per page.
Wow.
So, and the film is 21 minutes. So maybe like 20 to 40 of them in there somewhere.
That's a lot just for that amount of time. How quickly did you actually write it? Because I know you guys kind of sat down together and kind of banged this out, but how long did it actually take you to write it?
Ooh, I would say we started in about August, and then it went until, I would say, the end of that year, right? Until December?
Yeah, we started writing it, development, and pre-production less than a year before we went into production. So it was very fast. I would say like 6 months or less in terms of writing the script.
And these writers were like the most fun thing in the world. We would meet up at coffee shops be fueled by a latte or like a tea, and then bring our like laptops and just like hunker down. Like, you know.
You didn't go to ice cream shops?
That would be good.
Wait, that's a missed opportunity. I think we would have been distracted though. It would have been too sweet for us.
Too much sugar rush. The film probably would have been a little too crazy.
But we would end up just cracking ourselves up, whether it be with like an ice cream pun or like there would just be so many moments I remember of us just going, oh, and then, right. And then our shorthand also, like Carlee and I shorthand is the funniest thing in the world to me because sometimes, I mean, especially in post, that's when it clicked in, but it was still like that in pre-production and production. Sometimes like I wouldn't even have to say anything. I would look at her and be like, it needs, and she's like, right.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she would be like,
you guys share each other's brains.
yeah. Like, I'm like, it needs like, yeah. And she's like, right. So this. I'm like,
Yeah. A little telepathic.
This has me curious because I know that you actually had to go and find a truck to be the ice cream truck. When you were filming and you had this truck decked out as an ice cream truck, did anybody think it was a real ice cream truck or did they realize it was a shooting set?
We actually did notify just like any neighbors that came by being like, all right, this isn't real. But we didn't have like the music going, which I think helped. But gosh, we had never locked a picture car before for a film, which was like such a cool thing to be able to get to do as like a young filmmaker. Because all of this was just kind of a workshop to see like, all right, what can we do to make a film with what we know now? That was kind of how I approached it. And I was like, all right, let's just go for it. Let's just try everything. So when it came time to rent the truck, we were like, okay, we could see if there's anything on Facebook Marketplace. We could see
Craigslist.
We could Craigslist.
Yeah, that's scary, Craigslist. You'll have your own horror story and a sequel to this.
Right.
We could make a miniature. Like we were like thinking of everything. Like, do we know a van and could we deck that out? But I was like, okay, let me try a picture car company. I called Ed from Pittsburgh Picture Cars and I was like, hey, do we have one of these? And he pauses and he goes, oh no, you're going to want to talk to Dan from Ohio Camera Cars. And I was like, okay, here's his number. Okay. So I called Dan from Ohio Camera Cars. Hello. Just wondering, I was referred to you by Pittsburgh Picture Cars. I wanted to know if you guys had an ice cream truck, just by any chance. Another pause. Give me a couple weeks. Okay, thank you so much. Didn't hear anything. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe this isn't like gonna work out. Like Carlee and I are like, all right, maybe we need to think of a plan B, C, D, what have you.
Yeah.
I get a call. It's Dan. And he's like, all right, I got a truck for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Really? I was so excited. And it's a family who owns the truck. They had like a business in the summer. They hadn't even loaded the truck with ice cream yet. It was perfect. Mm-hmm. I called Carlee and I'm so excited. I don't even say hello.
No, she does not.
Oh, wow. I
literally pick up the phone and all I hear is, you're going to love me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you knew her voice, or you'd be like, who is this?
Exactly. Yeah, it was so perfect. And it was so funny because the photos that they sent us of the truck, like to approve it and everything, it was literally the owners at like a trunk or treat event. So they were dressed up in like Halloween costumes with the truck and we're like, oh, done. Perfect. This is it. Like, this is perfect.
They get us.
Yeah. Quick thing I did want to say just in general for our audience. We see you guys out there. There's a lot of you. Please comment, because especially if you're a horror fan, and this is, like I said, getting close to Halloween and stuff, this is the perfect time to ask your deepest, darkest horror questions about ice cream to our guests. So, Michael, Marcia, did you have anything that you wanted to say before I continue to monopolize?
Marcia, did you have?
or she's just stuffing her
Mark,
face.
your microphone's muted, Mark. Mark, there we go.
I was eating. By the way, what I was eating, while we started, I heard this music outside my door, and it sounded really familiar, and it sounded like the ice cream truck. So I had to go and get. I'm lying, but I had to go from my freezer.
Well, it's funny you bring that up, because ever since working on this project, I swear the ice cream trucks know, because my parents live on a cul-de-sac, and I grew up never getting ice cream trucks on our street because they would never come down the cul-de-sac, and that was always like a point of contention. But since working on this project, they have sent me videos of ice cream trucks circling the cul-de-sac.
Oh my!
They know, they're on to us.
They're on to you. But I have my favorite, and I used to get a Klondike bar. So I got a Klondike bar, and it was delicious. And I hadn't had one in several weeks. So thank you for encouraging me to get a Klondike.
You're very welcome.
But yeah, I watched the trailer, and the costuming looks very 80s kind of. So where did you get those, like the lightning earrings I saw you had, and where did you get that stuff?
Yeah. Well, Jordan and I's costumes, most of the pieces we got like online or through thrifting. I wear like a tiger one piece in the film, and that was actually from Seussical the musical from like 10 years ago that I just still had in my closet. So thank God that didn't rip on set, because we only had one of those and I wasn't going to find another one. But actually my mom made the ice cream man's costume. She thrifted fabric and made a custom like apron that's like blue, because we really wanted like a traditional ice cream man look from like the early 30s, 40s. White button up with like the apron and like the ice cream man like hat, like the ones that you get in and out nowadays. And we couldn't really find any in blue, but we really wanted blue, like for like the ice and like the coldness. And she found striped fabric and just offered to make us an apron, which was incredible. So shout out to my mom.
So you did thrift some things. You went to.
We did. Yes, we did. We thrifted some costume pieces. We thrifted some props, like a lot of the wiring. We get to see the inside of the truck in the film, and that's like an amalgamation of wires. A lot of that tubing and stuff we found at just local thrift stores, really, and Facebook Marketplace. And yeah.
Do you find yourself even after filming to go in if you've kept them, go and say, I need to wear this today because I'm feeling 80s.
Yeah,
again.
I mean, another part of my costume is a black tutu. You never know when you might need a tutu. So I've still got my costume in my closet, like ready to go. Yeah, can pull them out for Halloween this year. Can go as our characters.
Ooh, what a great!
That would be cool.
Hoping for some other people in Tiger One pieces running around maybe this year.
No one will have your outfit.
Oh, you would be surprised.
Really?
I don't have it, but you would be surprised at some of the stuff that people have.
And just to go back to you, Liz talked about your family members that were in it. Now, the two children, were they related to you? The siblings, were they family members?
No,
they
but
are related to each other, right?
So they're not actually.
They're not?
Well,
Okay.
There is an actor that we see in our truck. I don't think we've seen anything publicly yet, but so Mia and Camden are our two kids, and they are absolutely phenomenal actors, and we could not have asked for anyone better to be our Ben and Jerri. So we found them through, again, Jill, how we met. We were like, she teaches children. So, and that's how, I grew up acting and everything like that. So I was like, Jill, do you know anyone who might be good for this? And we were originally thinking of Ben and Jerri as being two boys.
Yeah.
And she was the one who was like, what if you made Jerri a girl? And we were like, huh. And so we changed the Y to an I, and then we had Ben and Jerri. And no, they're not related, but Mia has a younger brother, Rocco, who makes an appearance in a few scenes.
Okay, because I saw on the cast list that looked like there were 2 siblings somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But,
So you'll see him. He's in some pretty key moments.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really fun. A lot of the cast and crew all got their families involved one way or another. So when we cast Mia, her mom was like, Mia has a twin brother, right? You want to bring him in the truck? And that's just how it came to be. And he has a really cool close-up shot that's all him in the film. So, and that wouldn't have happened if they hadn't mentioned it when we cast Mia. So.
When I'm not particularly a horror fan, however, the comedy intrigues me. The comedy horror intrigues me, and almost everybody has a memory of ice cream being comforting or nice. So we all can have a relationship, I think, with whatever's going to happen in this movie. And also, when I heard about the ice cream truck, I thought about, well, what could be different about this ice cream truck? And I thought of the TARDIS in Doctor Who. Maybe.
Yeah, I did too. I did too.
That was actually an inspiration for the truck.
Oh,
was it
Because
really?
the truck does have some paranormal powers in the film that you'll see, a little bit of appearing and disappearing, which we worked with an incredible VFX artist on those shots. And when we were writing the script, I forget who, but one of us definitely was like, this is like the TARDIS from Doctor Who.
Yeah. And it's a little bit, bigger on the inside as well.
All right. I give myself a point for that. Okay, back to you, Liz.
One thing I actually wanted to ask both of you. How much fun did you guys have putting yourself into a mindset of a younger person, like the 2 of the girls that were kidnapped, their age, so you could follow their tracks and find them?
Ooh. It was very fun. I think that writing this whole thing was really fun. I think this was the longest thing I ever wrote. And Carlee is such a huge inspiration to me being able to do that, because I think I don't know, our writer sessions were just such a joy to be a part of. And I was like, wait, okay, I can write. This is cool. So it all became so much more possible. And I think that what was important for us is we wanted them to sort of be the focus. And there's a really cool scene that Camden has, our Ben, where we sort of see him try to problem solve and try to do everything he can, but unfortunately it might not work. And so I think that was a really cool sequence to write. We have a really cool Easter egg in there too. If anyone catches it, let us know. So I think that was one of my favorite moments regarding that. What about you, Carlee?
Yeah. It's funny because Jordan and I because we are actors as well outside of this project. And speaking for myself, I do tend to go out for younger roles just because I kind of have the baby face. But there was something really special about getting to play a younger character that we wrote for ourselves. Because, usually when you're an actor and you go onto a project, you work with whatever the writer gave you, for better or for worse. But for this, it's we got to really play into our strengths as actors, and we wrote the characters with us in mind, which was really special, especially at this point in our career, when we're used to auditioning for a character and trying to say hey, I'm actually right for this role, rather than having a role that was literally written with you in mind. So yeah, I think both of our characters are kind of exaggerated extensions of ourselves a little bit. And also our dynamic as friends, I could totally see these 2 characters being if we went to high school together, a version of ourselves in a sense. Because for my character Bailey, she's the brainiac. She's very, very smart, but she's also very stubborn. And she kind of has a couple freakouts because of that. So that was really fun to get to play kind of an exaggerated version of myself.
And I think Brandy, my character, sort of has a coming into her own, where she starts off very panicked and just feeling very out of control, and we end up seeing a strength that she has to gather within herself to be able to get the job done, which is really cool. It's definitely us cranked up to an 11 in terms of our personalities. We took we took one trait of ours and we kind of ran with it of like, all right, how do we make this the most? And it ended up working really well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. Michael, I'm going to toss it to you because it looks like we have some messages in the comment room.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have one from Robin McDougall asking, you know who they are? How did you put together your crew, and how many people worked on the project between cast and crew? And also do behind the scenes people that have helped you, like do graphics, do whatever, everybody.
Oh man. Well, first of all, hi mom. Fellow ice cream customer. Oh my gosh. I honestly, we do have a crew list and cast list somewhere, but it truly, I would almost, because here's the thing, we also had our Indiegogo campaign. So we had 65 backers just backing the film, not even cast and crew. So cast and crew on top of that, I think we're going over 100 people that made this film possible.
Easily
Yeah.
over 100.
Yeah, I would say we had about 30 people on set at a time. Jordan, is that right?
Yeah, I would think
30,
so.
30, including cast and crew. So we had like 30 people on set, which we filmed in Pittsburgh, and that was about a week shoot. But then, yeah, we've also had like graphics, like a poster designer. We had our post team, the effects artist, our sound mixer, our family members who weren't even on set, but like executive produced and like helped make it possible. So yeah, easily over 100 people total like came together to make this.
Wow.
And I knew it would be possible if we were able to shoot in Pittsburgh to be able to assemble a crew. But we didn't find crew members from solely Pittsburgh. We found people from Ohio, people from Chicago, people from LA. People really showed up. New York, people showed up from everywhere for us. And we are so, so thankful to them because, again, we could not have done it without just their hard work and dedication to making this possible. I love our crew.
Yeah, and the last, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say it was really special because like our DP was somebody I went to college with in Cincinnati. And then our assistant director was somebody that he met in grad school in Chicago. And then a lot of the crew were people that Jordan went to college and high school with in Pittsburgh. And then some people from LA came out to Pittsburgh with us to film. So it was just a big tree of people at the end of the day.
Yeah. And it's cool how like working on one film like keeps filmmakers connected to in just different ways. And it builds new friendships. Like our first AD, Emma Mazurek, I work with her on Verticals now. She's a first AC on Verticals. So it's just cool to see, I don't know, just the sort of web grow.
That makes sense. And Simon Lustenberger says, looking forward to Ice Cream.
Thank you, Simon.
A little dab there.
The little dab. Liz, go ahead.
One of the things I actually wanted to ask, since Simon actually just said he was looking forward to seeing it, when is it going to be released and on what platform?
Well, would you like to take
it? You want me to take it? Okay. So we actually have our world premiere this Friday at the Glendale International Film Festival, Glendale, California. A lot of people from back home in Arizona got confused because there's also a Glendale, Arizona.
Yeah.
Glendale,
yes,
California.
there is.
Glendale, California, to be specific. And we are so excited. We actually just found out that we also got nominated by the festival for horror comedies. So we'll be finding out this weekend, but even just to be nominated is such an honor. So, and we'll be in the 9-10 p.m. film block. So it's great late. You can get off work and come on over, and there's going to be some really cool horror comedy films in the block as well. So we're super excited. So that if you're in town, that's the quickest way to see it. But then we will also be at the Mountain Craft Film Festival in West Virginia on October 4th. And Jordan, please fact check me as I'm talking. And we're waiting to hear back from a couple other festivals this year and next year. So our plan is to release it on YouTube on Durability Productions once our film festival run completes.
Now, what was the name of that one in West Virginia? Was that, name that again? I'm not too far from West Virginia. That's why I was.
Oh, there you go. It's in Clarksburg, West Virginia. It's called Mountain Craft, but it's just abbreviated MTN, Mountain Craft Film Festival. We'll be there on Saturday, October 4th.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be so fun to try to go and see. And like I said, if I can't, I'm glad you went and said where it's going to be on YouTube, under Durability. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really, really, really appreciate both of you guys coming. This has been absolutely incredible talking to you. Michael's giving you a huge thumbs up. Are you done stuffing your face with ice cream, Michael? Or did you go get another? Okay.
No, I didn't. I was too interested in what was going on. The ice cream was distracting, and I actually heard that music outside when I was eating the ice cream. So I went, this is not a good omen here. So
they're on to us.
They'll get ya.
Yep.
But,
And
like I said, I really thank you and appreciate you guys coming. So, Marcia, did you? I think I interrupted you.
I was going to say that this, the visuals, this begs for merchandise. Are you thinking about possible merchandise?
Well, you can get our T-shirts on Bonfire. We know that part for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that Carlee's wearing.
Yes. The one of the poster. So I'm sure we'll
maybe a pin or something like that might be cool. But
yes, we did actually. So our Indiegogo campaign, we had a couple backer exclusive things. So we did have a pin of like the guy holding the ice cream scoop, which was really fun. But in the if the film does well and gets a fan base, I would be all for making some more pins, maybe of the truck itself, maybe of our characters. So you just have to stay tuned. You'll wait and see.
And of course, we haven't seen the film yet, so we don't know the ending. But is it possible that there could be a sequel to this, or something that spins off, perhaps?
We're open to it. We lightly discussed a sequel when we wrapped it, just because we had so much fun filming it. We were like, what would happen if it would be like this or like that? We're like, I don't know.
It definitely has the potential to be the next Friday the 13th with like 10 different installments of 10 different trucks, So,
right.
if there's demand for it, we are all for it. So
you'll see.
And what about your collaboration? It seems like this is really sparking and flourishing, and
I would say it's just the beginning.
Mysterious grins there.
We've already started floating like other ideas and everything, and thankfully, since we're both in LA together, you never know when you'll see us on the same set, even if it's not our set, so
It's
true. Well, I'm excited to see it would be great if Michael could go down there and he can tell us about. Will you both be at in that area as well? You be at there you go, Michael.
Yeah, I just looked. It's an hour and 40 minutes away from my other house.
Cool.
That's
wow.
For us, where we'll be going from. So we're planning to be there.
That's cool. So I'll get more info of when you're actually. Do you know when you're going to be showing it there or not yet?
I believe Block 6. Right, Carlee?
I believe so, yes. And the times are posted on the website. But
Okay, I'm on the webpage. I'll take a look then. Okay.
Yeah. And we'll also our Instagram page, icecream_film. We'll be spamming that with times and dates and all that fun stuff for people to come out.
Cool.
I'd love to see you there.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm crossing my fingers. I looked at what weekend it was, and it was like, okay. So I'll try. And it depends if it's later. If it's right on Friday, that might be tough. But if it's later, so I'll see what it says. So
it'll be Saturday afternoon.
That might be more doable then.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Neato. That would be cool. But I also wanted to join Liz in thanking you all for being here. It's so exciting to see this project. I remember when Jordan was on, I learned about it, and I was so excited to hear that you were coming back and sharing when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't
Thank
wait
you so much.
to share it with you guys and just everyone. It's been 2 years in the making.
Wow.
It's a long
Yeah.
time. A lot of your chunk of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. We both have moved since making this project. We both moved. We both celebrated like multiple birthdays. Like, yeah, it's been in the zeitgeist for a while.
Mm. Well, then we will probably say, everyone, if you can't write down those links, I sent some of the links over to the chat room, so you can click it from there or just copy and paste, or you can go to our webpage, ndbmedia.net, under live shows, under Talented Universe, and it's there also. So on behalf of everyone at Talented Universe and NDB Media, thank you all for coming, and hopefully we'll get an update a little later after it gets premiered a little more places, and if people have questions about, things more than now, since they kind of know what's going on, but we will see. Everyone, take care. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Go get some ice
Bye.
cream. Bye.
Yeah, ice cream, everybody. Yeah.